Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're playing Brood Scale Combo, but this version plays some tech that I think is spicy and also very good in black-green. We're playing Brood Scale plus Sadistic Glee to make infinite mana have an infinitely sized creature, and I'm pairing it with Shambling Ghast so that I can play black-green. And Shambling Ghast says when it dies you can give a creature -1/-1 until end of turn or create a treasure token. We can combine that with Village Rites to have a very fast way of drawing cards, and we can also Village Rites our Colony Garden. And then we also can use the Shambling Ghast to ping out things like Crypt Rats and Quarkland Shaman, really make life hard for our opponent, and it's also quite good versus the mono red deck. I'm also changing it up, not playing 3 Nightblades, instead of playing 1 Nightblade, 1 Blood Fountain, and 1 Evolution Witness. Evolution Witness, whenever a counter is put on it, a +1/+1 counter anyway, you get to return a permanent from your graveyard to your hand. So this means that we have a little bit of like a slow grindy game where we can Evolution Witness back our Blood Fountain back our Evolution Witness when it dies. We can also put Sadistic Glee on the Evolution Witness once the combo is going and continue to draw our deck. In this version of the deck, Energy Refractor is very good because I'm trying to chain off as much as possible. I've got 4 Deadly Dispute, 3 Insight, 4 Village Rites, so that is 11 draw 2s, plus Ichor Wellspring has 3 more draw 2s if you're able to sacrifice them all, and Energy Refractor, plus I'm playing Malevolent Rumble here. I think that this is a pretty solid list. I've managed to get a 9-1 record in my last 2 leagues. The sideboard has 4 Snuff, 4 Drown, 3 Mesmeric Fiend, and 4 Weather the Storm, so it's very simple. I also put out a sideboard guide for this deck on patreon.com/kalikaiz, where you can check that out if you'd like. That is also available for the middle tier of YouTube members who get early access to videos, as well as posted sideboard guides in the Familiars Discord members only section for the kalikaiz supporters. Make sure to check out cardmarket.com, the largest seller of Magic the Gathering cards in Europe. And make sure to like and subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought about the deck, and feel free to point out any puns as long as you're cool about it. Make sure to timestamp things that you have questions about so I can easily access it in the comments, and I will see you in the matches. We're here in round 1 versus Vanga on the play. Cannot keep a no-lander. We have land. That's it, though, so we're going to mulligan again. Okay, let's see what we've got. We can keep this and then try to go for, like, put back the Rumble, put back a landscape. We're going to fetch on turn 1, fetching a swamp, and then we can play Colony Garden and Village Rites it, and then turn 3 we can Wellspring. Our opponent's on Forest. Sprawl, so they're a Bogle's deck or a Ramp deck. We're going to grab the swamp right away. They choose red, so they're probably the Ramp deck. We'll just play the Colony Garden and then Village Rites it. Finding a Rumble. So if we find the Brood Scale, we can go off. So I think I probably play the Rumble this turn. Let's Malevolent Rumble. We found the Brood Scale. Play the land. I'll pass the turn. That means that next turn I have an infinitely sized creature. Okay. Our opponent on turn 3 is attacking with a 3/3. I'm not going to do anything about it. They do have like Breath Weapon available potentially, but now they're tapping out from that. Looks like they're playing a Chrysalis or an Avenging Hunter. 3 mana. Plays a Chrysalis. Okay, so they're tapped out from a potential Breath Weapon. We have Insight in the graveyard. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to like win the game this turn. We're just going to make a big guy and pass the turn. They play a Repurposer. Let's go Brood Scale. Play the Sadistic Glee. And this is what I like about the black-green version, is that it's just so much cleaner. Your mana's not really a problem as far as like starting to do stuff. I hate the tap lands from the other deck. So let's just make a large creature. All right. We have a 20/20 and a spawn. Your turn. There's nothing else I can do, so I'm just going to F6. I don't feel like they're going to be able to take out my 20/20. Here I'll block the Chrysalis and then block a Repurposer with a spawn, taking 3 damage, going to 14. They're cracking. This gives us another spawn. Currently I can block all their creatures. They play a Generous Ent. They have more blockers. That's cool. Now I can begin to try to look for a win condition. So we're going to crack the spawns. We want to leave one spawn available to potentially hit with a Glee and make a big creature. So let's just draw a card here. So there's a Sadistic Glee. I'll Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. Found a Shambling Ghast. Duress. Refractor's good. Now I can start doing stuff. I can probably draw into my win con. Draw. Forest. I don't really want the forest because it doesn't do that much. Let's Eviscerer's Insight. Oops. We have to make 5 mana. Eviscerer's Insight the Wellspring. I'm trying to use my card selection spell as late as possible. Just blind drawing first. Alright. Play the Swamp out. Then I want to not tap my lands when possible so that I have more mana for the next turn. Like if I have to pass the turn. Play the Shambling Ghast out. Make some mana. I'll filter to black, and then Village Rites the Shambling Ghast, making a treasure token. We also get a spawn. Okay. So we now have Deadly Dispute and Wellspring to draw another 4 cards. Play the Wellspring, draw a card. A really big creature. Decks that I like to play tend to continue to chain a lot, so there will be a lot of chaining if you pick this deck up. In paper, it's quite easy to do the chaining. Another Shambling Ghast, okay. I haven't really gotten anywhere, but that's okay. Play the Ghast, play another Ghast, then I guess I'm going to Rumble and just see if I can find anything. For them, they can just block with their 2 repurposers, and then they make 2 more chump blockers. Cast Malevolent Rumble. We found the Evolution Witness. Okay, so that is the game. We just have to achieve our goals and actually put it on the table. It becomes very difficult to actually loop this way. All right. I used a black on accident, so we'll make a green. And now in paper, you go Witness, Sadistically the Witness, get back your Twisted Landscape, GG, because you draw into your win con. But here, we're looping hard. Combo time. Let's see if I can do this with my eyes not very easily seeing. We're going to get back the Wellspring. Just start by getting back all of my things that draw cards right away. Another Wellspring. I think in this case, you generally want to just get back every permanent first. Makes it go a little bit faster. All right, so now that I have only 1 permanent, it auto targets, and I can start casting my Wellsprings and drawing cards. Draw a card. Draw another card. Another card. We found an Insight. Blood Fountain. Make a black. Sacrifice. Visitor's Insight the Wellspring. Draw some cards. Another Visitor's Insight. Just have to find my win con. All right. Get back my Wellspring. Let's Deadly Dispute this one. Since I know that I don't have to wait till the next turn, I'm just going to start doing stuff. We're zooming. Okay, make a green. Rumble. Finding a Brood Scale. Come on. We have 12 cards left. This is the classic combo thing where you're like just looking and looking and looking, trying to find that win con. Where are you, win con? So silly. So many ways to just draw your deck. It's turn 5. I'm spending so much time just doing things. I love taking actions though, so I'm here for it. Okay, let's make a black and Deadly Dispute this Wellspring. We'll go to 8 cards in library. There's the Nightblade. Okay, stack, make a black, play the Nightblade, and then we'll just start killing them. Opponent says, sorry for not conceding. It's really amazing to see how fast you play. Why, thank you. And at this point, I'm going to restart my application for lag. Okay, so we're playing against the red-green ramp deck. Snuff Out, Drown in Sorrow, Weather Storm. These all don't really matter that much. Can bring in probably... Don't know if the Mesmeric Fiends are that necessary either. You could consider bringing in the Mesmeric Fiends and cutting some number of Rumble and safekeeping, but I think that the Rumbles help speed us up, make us fast, and then we only need a little bit of interaction, so we can probably just resubmit. So here we've got a really good opener. I'm going to keep it. I think maybe, okay, our opponent's on Arbor Elf, so if I duress, then I can take their Wild Growth or whatever. Yeah, I'll take the Wild Growth or the Rumble. Then they're just drawing dead. I'll take your Rumble. That's pretty nice. Okay, they make 3 mana, so they top deck the Repurposer. We can play Colony Garden, block, and use the Village Rites. That's very good. Then the next turn, we can potentially just go off. Okay, block, Village Rites, draw 2, find a Shambling Ghast. So I can Shambling Ghast, which will kill the Arbor Elf potentially. They cycle for their red land, so we know the cards in their hand. They have Wild Growth still. Okay, plays the Wild Growth. And we found the combo. I'll play the Landscape, play the Shambling Ghast, and I'm going to use the Malevolent Rumble. Take the Swamp. More black mana matters, but we didn't have very many choices there, to be honest. So here I can Shambling Ghast and kill this, or Shambling Ghast and make a treasure. I think I want to kill the Arbor Elf. They're just going to let me kill the Arbor Elf anyway. Interesting. I'll just block here then and make a treasure. 1 unknown in hand. I'm going to go for it. Didn't come here to be scared, I think. Sadistic Glee. Sack. Okay, we've gone infinite. Nice. And let's Deadly Dispute our creature. Spawn token. Make another black mana. Drawing cards. Let's do it again. Black. Dispute the spawn. There's a Refractor. Sick. Refractor looking pretty solid. Draw a card. Okay. Now we'll just do the thing. Let's make a bunch of mana first. Okay, I have 20 mana. Let's make some black mana. I know that I have 3 black mana I can use here. Black. Black again. Make more black. Deadly Dispute on the spawn. Draw on some cards. Viscer's Insight on the spawn. Draw some more cards. Okay. Let's Viscer's Insight on the spawn again. Draw some more cards. Easy. Let's make a black. Viscer's Insight the spawn. Draw some more cards. Now I have to like reconfigure my hand because I have too many cards in hand. Let's see what's going on over there. Oops. Make a black. And then just duress. I know they had 1 forest. They have Shinnin of Life's Roar. So this says all creatures able to block it do so, and they can channel it to make all creatures able to block some other creature do so. Okay, can't take anything. Play this. Draw a card. I can make it black. Village Rites here. We're out of all that mana that we made. 27 cards left in deck. Finding another Sadistic Glee. I think I just need to look for the win condition, not worry about the brood scale right now. Make it green. But I have more Viscer's Insights, so let's make a black. Draw cards first. All right. Use all that floating mana and crack the spawn. Okay, so now we can, with all of these, we can make infinite tokens, but it ends up taking quite a bit of time. So let's just rumble. I found essentially nothing. I'll take the brood scale, I guess. Wait, I should take the Twisted Landscape because it draws a card. Okay. Make it green. Rumble again. Another Glee. The hits keep coming. Now, for efficiency's sake, you want to float exactly 2 mana and then filter for black. That allows you to have it auto-select. If you have more than 1 colorless floating, it's quite difficult because you have to go ahead and click all the mana to filter. Let's draw some more cards. Through the Wellspring and Safekeeping, draw some more cards. Okay. We're gonna get there, I swear. Do. Now, Deadly Dispute this Wellspring, draw even more cards. Turn 4, draw my deck. Easy. There's the Witness. Green. Oh, actually, oh no, I can't attack this turn. I was gonna try to just kill this spawn token with my Shambling Ghast, but that doesn't do anything right now. Making mana. Glee here. Start getting stuff back. Let's get back all of our permanents. Opponent says GG opponent. We'll see everybody in round 2. What a hand. Okay, we've opened the combo. 2 free. We also have potentially just playing the Wellspring out. Let's keep this and see what happens. Samagaya. If they're on burn, we probably play the Shambling Ghast first. It feels bad to not just play out the landscape and get green and then go like dispute the Wellspring on turn 2. I don't know. The tap land situation here is kind of annoying. Okay, our opponent leads on a plains, potentially white Weenie. I think I want to play this a little bit slow then. They potentially have Thraben Charms and stuff. They cycle in Eagles of the North. I can almost assuredly say this is white Weenie. They get an Idyllic Grange. Turn 2, plays a Rafine's Informant. I'm going to sacrifice for a forest. This may give them a little bit of information. Discards Prismatic Strands. Okay, let's rumble. I would take an Energy Refractor or a land. We take the land. Putting Safekeeping and Village Rites into the graveyard. So here we can make an infinitely sized Brood Scale on our next turn. And then we have a problem where they potentially could Thraben Charm the Sadistic Glee. Our opponent's going to attack for 2 or 3. Okay. If they tap out. They have 3 mana available. They're not tapping out. Let's play out the Shambling Ghast. Play land and Wellspring. So I'm working my way up to potentially killing this thing. With double Ghast, we can kill it. And then they can't Thraben Charm my Brood Scale, but this could still Thraben Charm and kill my Sadistic Glee. They're getting in for 4. That's fine, I think. Plays Core Skyfisher. That means they're going to pick up the Grange or this. They pick up the Grange. Another Brood Scale. Go land. Play a Shambling Ghast. I think I'm passing. I need to work through whatever it is they've got going on. There's a lot of power in the air, though. Okay. I made the Core Skyfisher bigger. I'm going to start by deadly disputing my Wellspring. See if I can find some action. Find a Refractor, so that means I can go off if I get there. And a Malevolent Rumble. So we're going to block and block. And then I'm going to deadly dispute one of my Ghast. And then what are they going to do? Oh boy, okay. Prismatic Strands. Let's deadly dispute this Shambling Ghast. Make a treasure token. I'm really happy that they cast the Prismatic Strands there. They might not have a Thraben Charm. We draw Safekeeping anyway, so we should be good. Pass a turn. Ghast is going to die. Okay, create a treasure token. So here what we are hoping to do is combo off and then Sadistic Glee on this spawn and attack in. We have 5 mana. Let's go Malevolent Rumble again. I don't need any of this stuff. I guess I take the Ghast, play out the Brood Scale, play the Glee on the Brood Scale, then start doing stuff. Oops. We have nothing in the graveyard we can use. So let's start by playing the Refractor, drawing a card, trying to find another Glee, or the other win conditions. Only Garden, that doesn't win. Okay, play a Wellspring. At minimum, we can dump our hand and then try to attack in. Finding a landscape, so I need to try to cycle this. So what I want to do is make 6, I'll make black first, and because that makes it easy to click through. Get another 4 mana, and then I'll cycle this. It auto-selects the black. We're going to do red and green. Make it easier. Just a little bit of click maximizing. Okay, we didn't get there. That is fine. Play out the Shambling Ghast. I need 6 mana right now to play both the Brood Scales. I'll click the Brood Scale, then go green here, tap, and then keep clicking to finish. Play the Basking Brood Scale. Play the Basking Brood Scale again. Then I'm going to make some more spawns. I'll adapt this one. Green. Click all the way through it. Then adapt this one. And pass the turn. We have a 26/26. I can gain 2 life randomly with the Safekeeping. And they have to chump. Because this is devoid and Strands doesn't matter. Plays a Core Skyfisher. Okay. So they can pick up the Grange if they want and make their Core Skyfisher even bigger. That is what they choose to do. How can you say that we fizzled? We drew we're halfway through our deck. It's turn 5. Attacks for 4. My turn. We're going to attack with everything. Come on, card draw. Did not find cards. So let's play Colony Garden. We lose if they have the pump spell. Attack with everything. Okay, like prismatic strands. Maybe they're just, they don't understand that green can't be prevented because it's not green. Oh no. Poor opponent. That sucks. I'm so sorry. Bummer. Okay, so we have to determine whether or not our opponent is on, we have to figure out if they're on the standard bearer or if they're on a plan with the Coalition Honor Guard. It's more likely that they're on standard bearer. So I'm going to bring in 3 Drown in Sorrows. Cut the Blood Fountain because I don't feel like it's necessary. And then I'm going to cut 1 Safekeeping and 1 Rumble. I'm not entirely sure about that plan. Okay, we have a 1-land tap land hand. I have to mulligan. This is probably fine. I can get rid of 1 Drown. So Colony Garden into land, Malevolent Rumble looking for a swamp. Our opponent leads on a Thraven Inspector. We found the swamp anyway. Okay, play the Colony Garden, pass the turn. Glee in hand is quite good. But do I want to Rumble or do I want to do something else? Because if I Rumble, then the Drown in Sorrow would eat my own creature. I probably want to just Deadly Dispute the Plant. I play a Thraven Inspector again. Find an Energy Refractor. Okay, I am going to Rumble here. Change of plans. Did not find a creature. Okay, pass the turn. Completely whiffed on the Rumble. Pay 2 mana to get a spawn. That was mad. That was not very good. And what do you got? 4 Skyfisher picking up a Thraven Inspector. Plays a Plains. Oh no, they picked up the Plains. What are they going to do with 1 mana? Another Novice Inspector. That makes sense. So let's play Colony Garden. Pass. 2 mana. I'll block. I'm taking 4. Deadly Dispute the Plant. We draw the combo, so it depends on if they tap out. Seems unlikely for that to happen. We kind of need, play the Refractor. We need a Duress or a Safekeeping, and we've been to 3 of them. Okay. I'll play out a Brood Scale since I have extras. Opponent uses a Clue. Plays a Plains. They attack out, I'm going to block here and block here. They're hesitant to attack. Okay, I'll block and block. If they pump, then they could still be dead. Because we can go Brood Scale, Glee, make infinite mana. Plays a Novice Inspector. I'll play a Colony Garden. I have more blockers now. We crack another Clue. With Raven Charm my plant. That's interesting. So they're looking to swing out for lethal this turn, it looks like. 3 cards in hand. They're attacking with everything. We'll start by adapt this. Then I'll block and block. What if I should block here? This will be 4, 7, 9. Kind of a lot. But then it makes me have to spend much more mana, but I do have the Energy Refractor, so it's probably okay. So I block all these. Sacrifice. Viscer's Insight my other spawn. Finding a second Glee. Okay. Play Novice Inspector. So I can go Brood Scale, adapt, then Glee both the Brood Scales. Play the Brood Scale. If I Glee here, I'm going to Glee here. That way, so we will now try to adapt this. Use Destroy Evil on, okay, on the Glee, which is fine. Now I have a token, and they're dead, I think. Because now we can Glee this one, boink, make infinite mana, and just have a huge creature, I Drown in Sorrow, I attack for lethal. So we were able to force through their interaction. Black, black. Definitely stinks that they didn't understand the previous thing. We're going to bottom this Drown in Sorrow. We have a 10-10, and we win. See you in round 3. Round 3 here on the draw. This hand looks pretty solid. We have turn 1 and 2 plays. Our opponent leads on a Drawsforge Bridge. Could be Affinity, could be Madness Burn. Play the Shambling Ghast right away. Looks like Jund Glee after playing a Slagwoods Bridge here. So I think I'm going to rumble. It's a tough call. I have village rights for this. I really need to have a creature for the village rights to be useful. Yeah, we'll rumble. Down the Glee. All right, let's pass. Attack. And we can Deadly Dispute the Shambling Ghast, and that goes even on mana. So we just need to find one untapped land. The Cleansing Wildfire the bridge. Getting a red. Playing another red. I'm assuming it's Jund Glee. It could be not. I suppose... I'm going to start by Deadly Disputing the Shambling Ghast. Making a treasure. Can I find an untapped source? I did. Okay. So it depends on them. We can make a creature right now and then we have to pass the turn. So if they have like a cast down, we're dead. I'm just going to go for it. Brute Scale. Play this sadistically. It's turn 3. We comboed. That's what I came here to do. It's unlikely that they're a control deck. That's not as well represented in the metagame. And our opponent scoops. Yes. So they are most likely Jund Glee. Given that they just straight up scooped there. They had no outs, then I guess we just win. I want the snuff outs. I want the grind power. I'm going to cut on the safe keepings. And some rumbles. One refractor, and then bring in some fiends. I think I'm going to trim the other refractor. Kind of tough. You could cut all the rumbles and leave the refractors in and just go for a grind fest and worry about just drawing cards. Malevolent Rumble can be pretty good for setup though, and I think it's useful during the combo turn. But essentially we need to just try to deal with their hand and make sure that they don't combo. Other people have told me, you know, it's probably not great to have Snuff Out in your deck plus the Rumble. So yeah, let's cut that, put the energy refractors back in. And this allows us to draw into the Snuff Outs. We have Snuff Out in hand, Shambling Ghast, guess I'm keeping. So from this hand, we're looking for any number of dispute effects. Village Rights is fine as well. I play a Drawswords Bridge. We'll lead on a Shambling Ghast. One thing you can do with the Sadistically and Snuff Out in hand is you can just put your creature on the table and then snuff them out. And they went for a quick duress, probably taking the Snuff Out or the Glee. I assume they take the Snuff Out. They took the Glee. Wow. Down the Brood Scale. Play the Wellspring. And attack. Next turn we have Duress plus Crack the Landscape, grabbing maybe a forest so we can adapt. But we do have Snuff Outs. They play Wellspring as well. And a land. We have Village Rights. Start with Duress. I'll take your Deadly Dispute. And then attack you for 1. Then I'm just going to get the Twisted Landscape on the table and pass. We can snuff out their creature. Yeah, taking away their card draw is really good. Sacrifice. I'll grab Forest, I guess. We know they have Snuff Out in hand. Play Deadly Dispute on this Wellspring. Drawing cards. We're going over the top of them. Found a Nightblade. Can play out, can attack with Shambling Ghast for 1. So this is kind of my mid-range plan, right? We're just going to go and play the Nightblade or Brood Scale. I think I'm going to play the Nightblade here. Okay. We have Sadistically. Let's try the Brood Scale. Attack for 2. We're going to end step, adapt the Brood Scale, and then maybe Village Rights it. Okay, they're doing nothing. Adapt. Our opponent has what? Breath Weapon. Okay, that is kind of annoying. So we'll draw some cards and make a treasure. We have a Blood Fountain. Play Colony Garden. Make a token. I'll attack you for 1 again. Then I'm going to play a Brood Scale again, I think. Or I should just use all my mana. If I use all my mana right now, I'm just going to put the Brood Scale on the table. Right now, I can deal them 1, 2, 3 damage just from sacrificing my things. I can snuff out the plant. Our opponent looks like they found a Cleansing Wildfire. Plays Makeshift Munitions. And they're going to shoot the plant. Okay, you take 1. We gain a life. Plays a Twisted Landscape. They're working their way up to... darn. That's annoying. Okay, so that means that my Blood Fountain is kind of turned off here. Let's start with the Energy Refractor, see if I can draw a protection spell. No. Land. I'll discard the Swamp. They go to 12. Found a second Glee. I'm going to put a Glee on my Nightblade. Then attack. They go to 9. It has a lot of mana. Plays a Writhing Chrysalis. Okay. My turn. There's a Duress. I will attempt to Duress you. So I can take your Snuff out now. And I'll snuff out your Writhing Chrysalis. They shoot the Brood Scale. Okay. So I'm going to adapt it. That means they have to sacrifice the rest of their creatures, and then I think they just die. I can Glee this again and then sacrifice this. That's all they wanted to do, huh? So if I Glee here, they have to kill it. 1, 2. 1, 2. This will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's enough. Glee. Don't call it a comeback. All right. Are we 6-0? All right. Nice. I'll see you in round 4. Here we are in round 4 on the play versus Ivern OP. Plays all sorts of decks. We're going to mulligan. Oh. They mulligan as well. We only have 19 lands. I think this has to be a mulligan. It's probably... Yeah, I don't think we should keep that. Okay. This is fine. We'll keep. Get rid of 1 Village Rites. And the Swamp. Go land Shambling Ghast. And then turn 2, fetch a Forest and attack, and then Village Rites. Thornwood Falls, okay? Don't know what that means. Gonna grab a Forest. Attack. If it could be Fog. I'm gonna sacrifice this and get a treasure. That's the turn. They play a Forest. It's probably Fog. Let's Duress you. Play a Growth Spiral. Putting in a Tangled Islet. Alright, what do we want to take? Guess your Behold the Multiverse. Play a land. Put the Brood Scale on the table. They cycle a Lorien. We just need to draw cards and try to go and combo as soon as possible because it's going to be tough. They have a lot of Weather the Storms in their deck. Plays an island. Okay, let's play Ichor Wellspring, draw a card. Finding a Refractor. I'm going to Eviscerate or Insight the Wellspring, trying to get lands. Finding Colony Garden. I think I'm going to play land Shambling Ghast and attack for 2. AK, drawing a card. We still know most of their hand. They cycle the Deep Analysis for an island. I'm attacking. Cycle the Lorien Revealed for an island. Sorry, they have Deep Analysis in hand still. Plays island. Let's attack in. Then I guess I will adapt this for more damage. Then I'm gonna... So they take 4. Let's sacrifice for a black. They have another Accumulated Knowledge. Oh boy. Play Colony Garden. So I get a plant, and I'm gonna pass. We know they have a lot of counter spells as well in their deck. They're passing the turn. Foretells a card. So that would be the Behold again. Plays a Simic Growth Chamber. We're going to Village Rites the plant. Find Malevolent Rumble and Safekeeping. I will attempt a Malevolent Rumble. Twisted Landscape. Ah, man. I'll play the Landscape. Play the Refractor. Draw a card. Any Glees? Village Rites. So they have a Moment's Peace. I guess I'm just going to attack. Put you to 10. Then we will Village Rites the Shambling Ghast. Making a treasure. What can we do? Can I find the Glee? No. Alright, I'll put another Brood Scale on the table. We also have to be worried about our storm count. Because Weather the Storm will be very difficult to beat. Just a lot of clicking. Behold the Multiverse for our opponent. As expected, they go bottom, bottom. They're passing the turn. 4 mana for a Deep Analysis. Okay, Moment's Peace in hand still. They gain a life going to 11 with the Thornwood Falls. 2 mana available. I will draw a card with the Energy Refractor. Dap this. Now we're going to attack for 6. If they want to fog, that gives us the opening to win the game. Coming in, they're just going to take it. Okay, I'll play the Call in the Garden. And then see what they want to do here. They're going to use Weather the Storm. Let's Eviscerator's Insight the plant. Okay, I drew another Insight. Doesn't really get me anywhere. One is back at 11. We have 1 Duress left in the deck. I'll lead on a Swamp. Attack for 6 again. A Fog. Okay. I'm getting nervous about my deck size at this moment. Like, really, all we can bring in is the Mez Fiends. I don't know if they have any other things that can interact with us. Okay, my turn. Can start on this Eviscerator's Insight on the Refractor. Double Glee. Okay. Try a Glee. And I'm going to sacrifice this. Getting a Swamp out of the deck. Play the Shambling Ghast. Okay. Make some more mana. 4. The thing that's most concerning to me here is that they have Weather the Storms in their deck. So I'm trying to win before my storm count goes too high. Eviscerator's Insight the Shambling Ghast. I think I can beat a single Weather, but not double Weather. And the Moment's Peace is out of their hand. That's another Eviscerator's Insight. Drawing more cards. I want to minimize the number of triggers that are on the table. Okay. We have at least 6 more cards we can draw. Just watching that clock go down. Oh, geez. If I draw too many cards and pass the turn, they can just kill me with a Stream of Thought in hand. So I'm sort of all in right now. Rumble's pretty decent. They could counterspell my payoff. So I have to consider that as well. Malevolent Rumble. Guess I take another Brood Scale. 15 cards left in library. 19 minutes on clock. It's so nerve-wracking. Deadly Dispute a Spawn. Found the Nightblade. Play Nightblade. They have an Arcane Denial. Bro, why you gotta do that? Do they have another counter in hand, you think? They could. So we have to find a Witness. Deadly Dispute this. We have 2 ways to get that back. But I need to draw cards to do it. Play the Wellspring. At this point, we're all in. I can't get there. Unfortunate. Okay, pass the turn. That sucks. And they've got the bajillion Storm. Sure. So stinky. So right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can definitely do 12. They have the mill spell in hand. I'm just not going to worry about it. I am going to draw the cards. They're tapping 5 mana, so they could mill me out right now if they want. They cast the Lorien Revealed instead. Okay. They can have up to 1 counterspell here at this moment. Plays an island, up to 2 counterspells now. So we have to threaten lethal. Play this. Put the Glee. I'm just going to attack. They have to fog or they die. Cast Reprieve. Okay, or Respite. Go to 55. I'm going to Deadly Dispute my Wellspring. I'll go to 4 cards in library. Finding a Shambling Ghast, Village Rites, and the Blood Fountain. I can Malevolent Rumble, which will get the Witness, and play the Witness. Okay, Arcane Denial. We play, well, Blood Fountain. So now, how long will it take me to do 55? They concede. Thank you, Ivern OP. You are the true hero. Okay, we're bringing in the Mez Fiends. I'm just going to cut the safekeepings. At the moment, I don't think it's going to matter to have the safekeepings. So post board here, I don't think we can keep a 1-lander. And I'm afraid about this one as well, so I'm going to mulligan. I'll keep this. We've got pretty much everything. So what do? We can get rid of the Shambling Ghast. We can also get rid of the Malevolent Rumble. And then just go for turn 2 Deadly Dispute and then Deadly Dispute again. Try to fix the hand up. I think having the Nightblade in hand is probably good. You can get that out early too and then do some ping damage. Chip stuff. Okay, Call in the Garden, pass the turn. Our opponent goes island, play land. Let's see if they do something on my end step. They're casting a growth spiral. I'll deadly dispute my plant. We found another rumble. They cycle a Lorien Revealed. They'll have 4 mana on turn 3. Plays island, passing the turn. Play a Colony Garden. They have an accumulated knowledge, drawing a card, and another. I'm going to deadly dispute the plant. Pass the turn again. Now they have to cycle and Lorien Reveal to get a land. Plays the island. Okay. Go land. Play a Wellspring. Just draw a card. Then I'll try running out this Malevolent Rumble. I'm a little concerned about it. Just take the Blood Fountain and play out a Shambling Ghast as a way to start the beats. They AK and draw 3 cards and Growth Spiral, picking up a land. They probably are on a bunch of counterspells. I have to just try to draw into a bunch of interaction and then force through. But they're kind of slow, so hopefully that'll work. They Growth Spiral into Thornwood Falls, 5 mana available. I can use the Quandric Campus to scry on my end step if I don't do anything that they need to deal with. Play this landscape. Sacrifice it for a swamp, trying to thin my deck of lands. I'll play out the Blood Fountain. They might counter that. They did not counter it. And let's get in for 1. If they use the Campus, I'm going to Eviscerator's Insight my Wellspring. They are going to use it. They go top, okay. Let's dispute this with the Eviscerator's Insight. Draw 3 cards. Mesfiend's great. Village Rites, Brute Scale. Okay, let's Blood Token, discard Forest. Okay, we have the Glee. We have the full combo. Depends on them not having answer to my Mesmeric Fiend. Okay, they play a Foreboding Landscape after Brainstorming, which they can use to clear the Brainstorm, making their hand super good. Okay, let's go Mesmeric Fiend, see what you're up to. I'm not going to dispute it. Wow, they have nothing. They have literal nothing going on. Okay, GG. Brute Scale, Glee. They respond with a Moment's Peace. It fizzled, they said. And we play the Nightblade. GG opponent. Good luck in the rest. Let's go to round 5. Here we go, round 5. On the play. We're going to mulligan. We've got nothing. Mulligan again. Alright, this is not great. I don't know what we're up against. I can probably just put back Wellspring and Safekeeping and look to just try to draw some cards. Forest from the opponent. Birchlore Rangers. Okay, we're playing against Elves. I'm going to go land, pass the Wellspring. I get a blind draw here, and then the next turn I play the Landscape and Malevolent Rumble. This is going to grab me a swamp. Our opponent plays Winding Way, finding Well-Wisher, Hydra, Jaspera Sentinel. They have a lot coming up. I was like, I recognize this username. Who is this? Oh yeah, it's the Elves guy. Grab a swamp. Play Malevolent Rumble. Colony Garden. Not great, but it is what it is. And we find the combo before they go over the top of us. Winding Way from the opponent, finding Mesmeric Fiend. Winding Way goes to the graveyard. We play a Quirion Ranger. I'm never sure how to say Quirion. Llanowar Elves. Untaps. They can make 1 mana. Plays a Jaspera. Let's deadly dispute this Wellspring. Finding a Shambling Ghast. We have the Glee. Unfortunately, I can't use it. Play Colony Garden. I think I'm just going to play out a Ghast. That way I can kill their Mesmeric Fiend. Alright, your turn. They play Winding Way, finding a bunch of Hydras. And Vines that goes to the graveyard. They Mesmeric Fiend. Yeah, okay. They're probably going to take the Glee here. Could also take the Safekeeping. Blood Fountain doesn't seem amazing. They take the Safekeeping. That's interesting. And another Mesmeric Fiend. Okay. So they must have Vines in hand if they feel like the Safekeeping is a good pick. Here they take the other Shambling Ghast. Plays a Llanowar Elves. So I can Deadly Dispute my Shambling Ghast. And then kill this thing. Let's see if they have the vines. I get my card back. Safekeeping comes to hand. Still nothing. Play the Colony Garden. Pass the turn. We need one Brood Scale. Brood Scale one time. They've got a lot of mana in play, but no giant amount of mana. They didn't have a they draw a Timberwatch Elf. Scary. So they can make a ton of power and give something trample. Okay. So we have to start Deadly Disputing, trying to draw into things. There's another Jaspera. Timberwatch, Jaspera on the table. Is this an elf? Oh, it's a nightmare. They put their Sower into exile. Come on. And a Deadly Dispute a plant. Bam. Drawing cards. I need a Refractor and a Glee and a Brood Scale. That's all I need. Find a Village Rites. I think I just die if they untap. So I will Village Rites my plant. Draw 2 more cards. Wow, nothing. There's the Brood Scale. GG. Or not GG yet. Play the Brood Scale. Glee this thing. So we need to draw really, really, really well off of our 2 cards from this Eviscerator's Insight. Because this Timberwatch can deal currently 14 damage. And I guess it depends on if they have another one in hand. I probably should have adapted my Brood Scale, but I would have run out of green mana. Let's Eviscerator's Insight this spawn. Come on. Looking for the Refractor. Just find another Brood Scale. I guess that's okay. Play a Brood Scale. I have a decent amount of blockers now. Their thing is coming off of Suspend. I have too much green mana in play. They can Hydra something. Plays a Well-Wisher. That's 8 elves on the battlefield, so 16 power for 1 creature. They're attacking with all their junkers. 18, 19, 20. So we can block 3 of these. That's 3 plus 16, which is 19. Then I have Safekeeping. But if they have Vines of Vastwood, we die. Okay. I'll block here, block here, block here. Pumps their creature. Untaps. Pumps the creature again. 17, 18, wait, 19. Okay. Just Safekeeping a land. Go to 21. And they have the Vines. Vines is the tech that this guy really loves to play. Makes him feel super fancy. Oh well, we couldn't beat that anyway. So, post board, we are going to try to be the control deck. Bringing in the Drown in Sorrows and the Snuff Outs. Safekeeping, not useful. Don't think, these are kind of on the chopping block. Don't think the duresses are that good. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring in all my hate. Tons and tons of hate. Okay. And Benoro has been playing that card for a long time. We have double Glee and a Drown in Sorrow. Guess I'm gonna keep this. I don't know if I want to lead on the Colony Garden because I want to be able to dispute it later. Maybe it's less telegraphing if I don't play it, if I do play it. Maybe I should just do that anyway. I'll play the Colony Garden because maybe that will mean that we get to do a block and then also that they might just overextend. Plays a Llanowar Elves. I find the Brood Scale. Okay. Play the Basking Brood Scale. Pass the turn. That'd be really funny to just turn 3 of them on the play. They play a Birchlore Rangers. Vinehorn Elves. They can make 1 green still. Mesmeric Fiend. That's not going to be enough, baby. Love it. Got the double Glee in hand. You're dead. Sadistically. GG. Nice. Yeah, I mean, never didn't have it, right? Try again. So here we have a crazy hand. They're keeping 7 though. If we miss on a land, we're dead. Mulligan. Okay, we have turn 3 again. Let's keep it. I have to put back the Refractor, I think. Birchlore Rangers again for the opponent. Play a land. I'll grab a swamp. They play Priest of Titania. They can make 1 mana. Plays Quirion Ranger Next turn, they have a ton of mana off this Priest of Titania. Aquarian Ranger again. 3 cards in hand. Brood Scale. No attacks. Interesting. Play his Wellspring out. I probably should have just played that first. That's the turn. I feel that they have a counterspell or something in hand. Plays another Priest of Titania. They have 2 cards in hand, they're not doing anything. So I'm looking for a swamp. Eviscerator's Insight this Wellspring. Find another Insight. Come on, swamp. Another Glee. Play land. They go Mesmeric Fiend. It's going to adapt this right now. They probably just drew that. What do you take? One of my 2 Sadistic Glees? My Drown in Sorrow? I got a lot of options. They take the Drown in Sorrow. They don't have a counterspell. They have some sort of other interaction. Play another Brood Scale. Maybe I should make them have it, but I want to do 2 in 1 turn, so I just need more black mana. Could have sacrificed the spawn there. That probably would have been a better idea. Plays a Morph. Okay. That's a Birchler Rangers face down. They don't have lethal right now. Let's try Village Rites this spawn. I drew the Refractor. Play my Refractor out. So now if I have another land, kind of rumble, I'll play the Colony Garden. I hope that they can't win this turn. They can probably make enough with the Nyxborn Hydra to kill me, I think. But they would have done it already, so let's see if they topped it. They draw a Llanowar Elves. Let's Village Rites the plant. Finding a Deadly Dispute. Land. Play the Glee. They have a counter. Try a Malevolent Rumble. If I find a Shambling Ghast, I can Drown and Sorrow them. Take the Refractor. So they probably have another counterspell. Deadly Dispute this Refractor. Okay, there's the Shambling Ghast. I need to hold on to that. Oh no, I can't do anything with it. Crud. Crud, crud, crud. Let's see what happens here. Okay. So we'll go Adapt. Make my thing a 3/3. When we get there, going to Deadly Dispute the Shambling Ghast. Getting black mana back. Give this thing -1. We draw, so Drown in Sorrow to hand. Another Shambling Ghast. Attempt to cast Drown in Sorrow. They're kicking a Prohibit. Okay. Cast Energy Refractor. Draw a card. They have another Prohibit. Play the Landscape. Attempt. No, that doesn't work here. Pass. Please no Nyxborn Hydra. They untap. They pick up their creature, so they have a bunch of elves now. We'll get rid of this Colony Garden. They did not draw the Hydra. A swamp. So what do? I think I just take out their Priest of Titania. Let's go Shambling Ghast. Deadly Dispute the Shambling Ghast. -1 on this thing. Find a Rumble. I can play land and then try to Rumble into another Glee. And a Swamp. Not great. Play out the Wellspring. There's a Glee. So let's Glee here. You have 2 more counters. They don't. Well, this should be lethal. All right, let's see what happens here. I'm pretty nervous. I don't know what's going on. Maybe our opponent's just chilling. Let's put a Glee here. Okay, everything's chill. Always yes. We have lots of lethals. And we have 1, 2, 3. So 1 Drown in Sorrows left in the deck. Make black. I'll go up to 5 mana and then Eviscerator's Insight on the Wellspring. Maybe they have a Fog of some kind. They scoop it up. Yeah, we were going to draw into that other Drown in Sorrow and win the game. Hey, nice. Let's see what happened. Oh, we lost the game versus Elves. Raketa, too strong. Benoro, very strong opponent. Once again, if you do want to see the sideboard guide for this deck, that is on my Patreon for all Patreon members and all YouTube members over the $10 tier. I love this. It's pretty sweet. You got a lot of play. We also have a very good plan against mono red. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.